The buzz is building from the sports-crazed town of Boston, Massachusetts. The Knicks taking on the Celtics. For the Knicks, the momentum has been in their favor. They've incurred only one loss in the last 6 outings, putting the rest of the league on alert. Celtics, Knicks, it's next. Happy Monday, everyone. This evening, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with Grant Hill, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson. Tonight, we've got a special treat. Our NBA insider, Shams Charania, sitting in with us as well. Shams, glad you could be here tonight.
Of course, BA, I'm glad to be a part of this crew. This is a pretty big-time group I'm a part of right now, BA.
Yeah, well, good luck getting the word in, my friend. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets.
They have a nice string of home contests coming up. This team has been fantastic in their own house, so a great chance to put together a few wins right now.
Now, New York starting 5. Bridges, the small forward, with Cat playing 4. Landry Shamet is out there with Jalen Brunson, and it's Robinson in at the center position. And for Boston, White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Walsh in at the 4 slot. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. And stolen by Bridges. Here's Shamet. Outside Robinson. Back to Shamet. New York working the ball around now. Clock at 4. And here's Brunson from the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
Up top, Brown. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Walsh. And it's off from three-point range. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders, and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And Shams, the landscape of the Eastern Conference drastically shifted by the run of Achilles tears in last year's playoffs.
Yeah, BA, it felt like one after the other. Every week there was something big in the playoffs last year, and devastating for the teams particularly, but the league at large. And situations like these only amplify those voices saying that the league has to find a way to figure out how to protect players from injury. Is it lesser regular season games during the regular season? Is there a formula? Is there a method to potentially decrease the amount of significant injuries we see?
Here's White. The Knicks making their last shot. They need this. Here's Kata. And he buries his first look.
That ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just how it goes. But also, we got to give credit to the defense. They're not making it easy out there.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Towns, a screen on Pritchard. Brunson finds Towns. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Back to Brunson. Pass to Robinson. Fades and shoots. That went off the back iron and out.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
And even as the NBA enters the first year of its lucrative new broadcasting deal, Shams, still plenty of fixation on the ratings.
Yeah, BA, and we've heard directly from the league that it's part of the culture of the NBA to be self-critical. I mean, you look at the growth of the NBA year over year, perhaps that restlessness is part of the reason why the league is thriving in a lot of ways. They're going to continue to find innovative ways, whether it's their TV deals, innovations in social media, innovations with other platforms to continue to get the NBA out there.
Well, one thing we know, they listen and they never stand still. And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Clarkson's checked in for Shamet. Just 3 to shoot. And here's Brunson from the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Brunson's got 8.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Bridges. He came away with 14 points in his last game. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pritchard against Brunson. Outside White. Three-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple. And Shams, you're always ready to break a story. Is there ever a chance for you to unplug?
Late summer is when things are quietest, that mid-August through September Labor Day window. That's usually the best moment to get off the grid. But, BA, you never know in today's NBA when things could happen, and that could be in the summer, too.
Hey, you're always ready. I know that about you. You're a workhorse.
Always ready.
And New York has possession, following the 3 by Boston. Minute 32 left to play in the first. Pritchard, no good.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Clarkson outside. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, this is Clarkson's role. He looks to score in a multitude of ways.
A minute 9 left now in the first quarter. Outside White. Three-pointer off the mark.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
To the paint. Here's Towns. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, and at 7 feet tall, Towns is a major threat inside. The defense has to guard him better than that.
Now here's Pritchard. Last game out, we saw him score 42. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you want to shoot a high percentage from the floor? That's where you go with the ball.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first. Towns, a screen on Pritchard. For 3, Bridges. Boston pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Pritchard. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks leading by 7. And here's Clarkson. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Towns, a screen on Pritchard. And here's Brunson from the arc. He buries it from 3. Brunson's got 11.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And so it's the New York Knicks earning this break in the action, up 10. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. We'll be right back after this word. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Gershon Yabusele out there with Josh Hart. And it's McBride in at the point. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot. Guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Brian, back to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Simons. After New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Here's Yabusele. And it's Tillman with a rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
That 3's off the mark. New York leading by 11. Outside McBride. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And Shams, you're on TV probably more than ever. Is that challenging? I mean, how often do you have to shave every day?
Yeah, B.A., I always got to be camera ready. And in season, particularly with the Luka Doncic trade, that happened so late at night that I knew at 11 p.m. Central Time I had to be ready. And for me, of course, interacting with my sources and getting information is one thing, but being TV ready, being ready to be on camera, it keeps me busier than ever. I know I have to be ready 24/7, 365.
You always look good, Shams. You're always ready for TV, man.
B.A., I'm just trying to be like you.
So it's Boston now, after the basket by New York on the other end. Hart passes to Bridges. Hart with a screen on Simons. Back to Hart. And Hart throws it down.
Nice pass by Bridges. Just keeping his options open out there.
Celtics trail by 15. Brown with it. He's scoreless. Simons with it. And McBride picks him up defensively. 6 on the shot clock. Brown passes to White. Can they get it? Boston again missing. New York leading by 15. Shams, we've heard Commissioner Silver suggest that with the global audience for the game, team market sizes matter less to free agents.
For most players, it's about winning, and then secondarily, where they'd like to live. And the financial aspect of market size is not as relevant as it once was. Money still does talk.
That might be one of the biggest changes in the game over the last few decades.
B.A., you can win and succeed anywhere.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
New York shooting their first free throw of the evening. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cadiz checked in for Tillman. And Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. That one misses for Towns.
Well, when your big can contribute from the line like Towns, you gotta like your chances.
Here's Brown on the drive, and stolen by Bridges. Fast break, here comes New York. Here's Shamet, and that one is hammered home.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
You know, Shams, last year we heard stars like Kevin Durant say they wish more attention was paid to the game. There is great attention paid to the game in a lot of different areas, and I know a lot of the older players are a little uncomfortable with that. Where do you stand on all of this?
Well, listen, B.A., every player deserves to have their perspective heard, and they're the ones playing. They're the product at the end of the day. Trades, signings, free agency, coach hiring, fines, that's all a part of the game as well. I think everyone in the game understands that. For me, as long as I'm being fair, accurate, responsible with everything that I do and my information, that's all that matters. I think that's all players, coaches, execs care about.
Looking to answer the three from the other end. Maybe too eager there.
Pass to Shamet. Bridges outside. Here's Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
All right, Chomps, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, B.A. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, he's the guy.
So true. He's got his finger on the pulse of this entire league. If something's going down, you can count on him letting everybody know about it.
And some changes here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Hart, and Brunson is subbed in for McBride.
Jalen Brunson.
Brown with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. White for three. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. 1:02 left to play in the first half of basketball. Pritchard with a steal. Pass to Brown to snap the cold streak. On target from range. Brown's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
This shot used to be a question mark for Brown coming into the league. Now you gotta guard him from deep.
Back to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Towns passes to Bridges. 6 to shoot. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
3 points.
Towns has got 3 assists in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Outside Brunson. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mitchell Robinson at the line for 1.
Oh, free throw no good for Robinson. And so it's the New York Knicks with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the New York Knicks.
You have certain players that live and die by the 3. Right now, they are L-I-V-I-N, living. Can it continue this way? I don't know.
Yeah, normally you preach a balanced attack. Maybe these guys don't need it. And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. 5-Tool Mule wants to know, what's the best gift you've ever received?
I know what Kitty's is. Remember the Shack in the Box?
Shaq, it's at the best gift, not the worst. I can't even believe they even showed that on TV.
Oh, come on, Kitty. That was the most thoughtful gift you ever got.
I, for one, thought it was very nice, Shaq.
Thank you, Ernie.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Here's Brunson. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Walsh in at the power forward position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. And some tough salary decisions this summer for the Boston Celtics, Coach.
Well, in one way, it's a good problem to have, possessing too much talent. But with this new CBA, it's harder to retain everybody like we saw with Celtics teams of old.
Brown can't hit. New York leading by 22. Pass to Shamet for three. The rebound, Celtics. Kata's got 4 rebounds in the game. White for three. Pure from three-point range. White's got 6.
White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking 3-ball there.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Towns, a screen on Pritchard. Now here's Robinson. Defense right on him. And a big finish by Robinson.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Now here's Brown, scoring around 28.5 points a game, a very talented offensive player. Kata, pass to White. Here's Kata. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
To the middle. Pass to Shamet. And here's Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, no good. Pritchard surviving the D. And here's Brown for 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Well, I wouldn't say Brown avoids the corners, but that's not his favorite spot on the arc. Doesn't mean he can't hit them from there, though.
Outside Brunson. Robinson, a screen on Pritchard. And here's Brunson from the arc. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back to you.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And he drops the first. And, Coach, we see more and more teams looking to push the pace. What took so long?
I don't know what took so long, B.A. I think what happens as coaches and as players, you realize that it's tough to score against the best defensive teams in the half court where their defense is set. And so if you can get the ball down the floor quickly and be on the attack before they are locked in, you got a much better chance to generate quality shots.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Brunson. 14 points for him. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And it's in there.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Celtics trail by 21. Outside White. Pass to Walsh. Now here's White. 5 to shoot. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Brunson. And Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Dare I say, he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Boston's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Tillman's checked in for Cato. And taking a look at the last 10 games, these are the teams that have attacked the offensive glass and been rewarded for their efforts. The Knicks, 4th.
Well, you love the attack mindset on the glass. They've imposed their will physically.
Here's Tillman. Robinson defending. 1:49 left in the third quarter. There's the three. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Bridges. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Bridges has got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Pass to White. Fires for 3. The Knicks pull it in.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Clarkson finds Robinson. The kick out to Brunson. Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance. Brunson's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
1 minute left in the third quarter. White, the pass to Tillman. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Clarkson. Towns a screen on White. Clarkson passes to Bridges. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Brunson from the arc. And his first miss of the game. Now 8 for 9. Now White. He has 6. Pass to Walsh. Now Hauser. Here's Walsh. Boston again missing. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. New York out in front, running away with this one. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, Jordan Clarkson is out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Gershon Yabusele. Then it's Josh Hart. Tipped.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Well, Stan, now that we've had the coaches' challenges for a few seasons now, what do you think about them?
Well, B.A., I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving.
Now here's Clarkson. Shoots over Brown. And it's Clarkson missing.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit. and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Boucher for three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Boucher's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pass to Yabusele. And that one's good.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Tillman. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Simon's becoming such a great distributor of the basketball.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Now here's Clarkson. Yabusele, a screen on Brown. To the inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip,
Take a break.
and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
And the first one at the line is good. And despite the NBA's popularity, some folks criticizing the wide-open style of play.
Yeah, you know, B.A., some of the artistry is lost when guys are mostly hunting for open threes. But for some teams like the Celtics and Warriors, that's been a championship-winning formula. And, well, we all know it's a copycat league.
Now here's Brown over Clarkson, and Boston again with the bucket.
Countless hours by Brown in the gym has made him a walking bucket.
Outside Hart. Drops in the layup for two.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Brown. The Knicks making their last shot. Simons outside. Back to Brown. The three is up. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Clarkson against Brown. Got a hand on it. On the wing, Simons. Again, Boston.
From the mid-range, Simon's quickness is a big advantage.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. On the wing, Clarkson. Yabusele, left side. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Headed to the floor right now, it's Celtics.
Time now to present our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
Well, you know, he'd been struggling lately. This one was a big one for him. He roared back, made sure to snap that cold streak tonight. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. White finds Pritchard. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Walsh can't get it to go. The Knicks have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Clarkson passes to Diawara. Outside McBride. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. You agree?
I absolutely agree, B.A., and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league and the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score or trying to make an offensive play and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled, jumping into people.
Now here's Clarkson. We've had the in-season tournament for a few years now, Grant. What's your opinion on it?
You know, B.A., I think it's working out pretty well. I mean, the NBA Cup is drawing increased fan interest, and the players are invested. So what's not to like about it?
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Brown. The Knicks pull it in. Clarkson outside. And still to this day, Jordan Clarkson can give you instant offense, Coach.
Well, Brian, he's excellent off the bounce, slashing into the lane. He's added the three-point shot. He can fill it up in a hurry, normally off the bench.
And that one falls for Clarkson.
Well, what you love about Jordan Clarkson, it doesn't matter if he's starting or coming off the bench, he provides a real scoring punch.
And so Clarkson nails both of them. For Boston, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this is a nice victory for them. It's win number 14 of the year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jalen Brunson.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
White, good.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Now here's Yabusele. Uses the glass on the layup.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Brown. Looking to get it going. White for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Hey, sometimes it's your night. White's number keeps getting called, and he keeps coming through.
Clarkson for three. Gets the three ball to go.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.